I did. They're all physical attackers, and I was gonna try and see if that gimmick would work. And hint, hint, it didn't. I was stuck. I was hard stuck at around the mid 1400 elos. So don't ever try this. Plus, my team isn't really that good. I named this one Kraka because he's white. He's a shiny, and I hate Mayo monkeys. You know, as you do, as everyone does, really. Never mind. I shouldn't be saying that, but he sets up a substitute. And that doesn't really do much to me because I'm a Saltfest Tyranitar. So I can shrug off anything really, it doesn't matter. This does chunk me hard, and that is unfortunate because Tyranitar does have Dragon Tail to switch these Boost Sweepers out. I tried using a Swords Dance Greninja and for a thing, but it never worked. I mean, obviously, because it's Swords Dance Greninja. Like, come on, when's the last time you've seen a Swords Dance Greninja? If it was me, I'm sorry for putting you through that, but yeah, I forgot what Ice Spinner did, but I did get the Mega Horn on that, which killed it instantly. Burnt this, and then I defog here, and he doesn't have Goldinga. This is a really bad defogger. The only reason I picked it is because it's like Moltres. Because I like using Moltres. It's probably the best elemental bird in my opinion. I know Zapdos is good, but ever since Heavy Duty Boots was added, I just feel like Moltres has really gotten a place in my heart and in my team. Benno Playrough, Insta's Dragapult, he's into Iron Treads, and I was expecting something related to Steel. It's like a Steel Beam, which went around at the start of Gen 9 OU. But I think it's fallen off. I switched that to preserve its health. I switched this in, as you do, to block the Earthquake, because it was pretty obvious what he was going to do. Because it's either Earthquake or Ice Spinner. And I don't think I would take the chance on a Ice Spinner and Samurott. But I knock off this, which is good. Loaded dice. Honestly, I would have chanced it. I would rather chance it. I'm not sure why he has a skill shot on this. I guess for consistent Dragon Stab, but if you're at +2, Dragon Claw would work, so I have no idea what he's doing. But you know, we're in the low end of OU, so there's nothing that can be done. You see this stuff, but he gets a skill shot off and only hits for 2. Thank goodness, because loaded dice. I get the facade off, and I'm gonna be honest, I should have lost here. I had no way of killing this unless it was like choice specs, because I guess choice specs. Oh, never mind. I had a Mega Horn on this, and that would have killed. I didn't even realize that. GG's to this guy or something. Honest, I never understood why people would use Ogre Pawn Cornerstone. Because unless you're like using a very heavy hazard blocking team, it just seems like no point. Because the sturdy gets broken easily, especially for the priority going around. But never mind. It's not like I'm in the upper echelons of OU. I'm literally in like the deep trenches, like I'm in Chicago or something, of the OU. But we'll see how this battle checks out. He sends out the Alola Mola, and I send out the Apumaro. I go for the Focus Punch right away, because I'm lucky I didn't get the burn, but I'm not really sure why I went for the Focus Punch. I was probably predicting the Heatran or the Ogerpon, which I guess. So good on me for just wasting a turn. But he gets a Scald off and Thirst Luna, and this gives me a fairly good opportunity to substitute, because Flip Turn and Scald would not bracket. As you can see, Scald was like just 20. It's like a very close, but it's not. This kills, so especially because this is more of a. Oh, never mind. He gets the bulk up off, but all he does is he breaks my sub, and that's about it. Facade deals a chunk, and now he's forced to Ice Spinner me. Which is good, and I hit the Facade again, and it was a damage roll. And I rolled really low the first time, so he thought he was safe. Which is unfortunate for him, because he is fighting for love. Even though that does sound, I'm not gonna say it, but we're all thinking it. It does not sound pretty normal, so to speak. It sounds kind of messed up. If I was this guy, I think I'd know what I am, and I think I'm not human. I think I'm tending to be a human. From no, I'm not a human, or whatever it is. That game, you know the one. But I Grassy Glide this to break its sub, Because I'm gonna be honest, Ogre Pawn, Geog, I don't really like it too much. He's a pivoter and he has priority. And Scissor does that, but Scissor, because of power creep, Scissor's worse now, but I still prefer it over the Rillaboom. The only reason I picked this is because of the terrain. And the terrain's good, especially for Ursaluna, and that's about it really. Ursaluna is really good. It's like the only thing holding this team together. I just try and damage everything, and then I send Ursaluna. Ursaluna at the end, sorry guys. But Greninja comes in, Ogerpon dead, Greninja comes in, dies to Tyranitar because it goes for the Grass Knot, and I'm having Assault Vest again. And we all know how good Assault Vest is. It is the best. They go for the Earth Power, it does nothing again, basically. And I hit them with the Earthquake, dealing 75%. If you want to convert that into better units, I would say that did 0.75%. Which is the same thing, okay? Because it just is, because Maz is like a... I'm not sure why he stayed in for another one, but I hit the knockoff, which is good. And he sends in the... Oh, they forfeit. Yeah. I think if I was this guy, I would have conserved the Heatran a bit more. I would have switched to the Alomomola, because that counters Tyranitar. Because Dragon Tail, Stone Edge, and Knockoff don't really do a lot. Do walls in general. Because if you have more health, then this guy can damage, this guy can dish out if you have like recovery. Even Zapdos, this thing doesn't do too well against, because it can Volt Switch out on the Stone Edges and it can waste all its PP, especially with pressure as well. Well, not even, because I don't think it activates if it switches out, but it's unfortunate to go against anyway. Right, it starts pretty normal, but then you're going to see in a second like a bunch of people join the thing, which is weird. Anyway, he goes for the Thunderclap on Raging Bolt, and I just go for the Dragon Tail, because I was predicting one of them. So I was predicting Great Tusk switching in, sorry. But he goes for the Dragon Pulse, and I hit it with the Dragon Tail again. No, that tanks surprisingly well, especially because there's no sand on my side. So, you do like to see it from Tyranitar. Or, I'm actually quite proud of the name, but that's besides the point. The Venusaur tears fire and goes for the Sludge Bomb. Deals a huge chunk to me, but I get it down. It kills me, funny enough, but it's down to 23%, and I can kill it with a Grassy Glide, which I do, funny enough. But as you can see, people start to join. I hope the Sand team wins. Thank you, obviously. What is this game? What are these nicknames? I think he's talking about my ones. I'm not sure, because the other guy doesn't have any. He goes for the fire when it should have been Hydro Steam. I'm pretty sure someone comments on that. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Someone says that, but they go for the Hydro Steam now, but it's too little too late. Bad exhaust. I think he means Hydro Steam. I'm not sure. But I switched this out because that would have killed it. And I switch in the Cracker. And let's see what happens. I Ceaseless Edge because I'm pretty okay with this dying. I don't particularly mind. One nerf spikes up is fine enough for me. I don't care. Nothing more said so far, but it goes for that, and I go for the U-turn. Or the knockoff, sorry. I'm not sure why, I think a U-turn would have been better in that situation, but hindsight is 420. He sends out the Ninetales, I switch back in Tyranitar. He goes for the Weather Ball, which deals 6%, so I just eat that up for anything, really. And yeah, this is another reason why I'm using Rillaboom. Thank you for Grassy Terrain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, there's still a ton of people here. There was like 5 people in here, or 6, in this thing at one point. I missed the Dragon Tail, which is unfortunate. But there's nothing you can do, plus it's just a game, so I wouldn't even get annoyed. He goes for the Rapid Spin. Grassy Turn wears off, so I'm not even safe from any Earthquakes or nothing, but he switches anyway. And I hit it with the Play Rough. And since I'm banned, it deals 67%. He Sucker Punches for an unknown reason. But I kill him. He sends out Ninetales again. And I stay in because I was pretty happy with this dying. Or I don't actually, I switch. Because I'm pretty sad of that dying, okay? I switched up my story. But Beeflo Man, me and you fried. No, never mind, he wins. He's fried. I think this is when his Kingambit died. He Hydro Steams me. Walking Wake at only 36%, so it dies to your Grassy Glide. He's on Din 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 Don. He switches Ninetales. That's the last sunny day of the match. So he's really got to optimize his usage now. But this just kills everything. Grassy Glide. If they give Scissor this move, I think it would be good. And it would be balanced as well, because it doesn't even get a stab. GG. He kills this. I'm lucky I have 2 priority people on my team. So I go for the Aqua Jet, and it's over. It's a GG to this guy. Really curious about all the people who joined. Not sure why so many joined at the same time. It must have been a whole host of people. Whole group. But G did Beefalo Men, and thanks for this guy for joining, because he believed in me the entire time. I think it just shows you that all physical attackers is not really the best, especially with this team combo, because I'm stacking waters, and water weaknesses as well, so I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't enjoyed this generation of OU. I'm not sure if that's just me, but I don't know. Gen 8 OU was pretty good. It was a bit slow paced, but like it was better than this. He turns the timer on, which is insane, but he goes for the ice shard instead of the ice spinner, which I think he has. Or instead of stealth rocks as well, which is weird, but he rocks now and I get a Stasis Ledge off, which is good because it denies the Cloister and Rabombi from coming in, because it breaks their sashes. But I miss again, which is not the best, let's be honest. Because if I outsped him, no, if that hit, I could have gotten another one, and I could have set all 3 spikes up, and I would have outsped. So I'm Scarf, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't need to know that. Forget about it. But he switches in Ogerpon, and I have to switch back into my Rillaboom. I have to double back, which is not good. Ivy Cudgel, and I go for the U-turn, which forces me to tank a Knock-Off, which deals some serious damage. And also doesn't even bring this down to sub half health, or sub quarter health, sorry. Cecil Sledge, no. Take care of this thing. And he didn't know I'm Scarf, which he really should have, because, you know, I switched in against something that's usually faster than me, but I don't know, man, I'm in the lower bits. So I switch in Tyranitar. I was hoping this was a Sash set, but no. I get hit with the throat spray, Bug Buzz, which is not good, but Tyranitar still tanks that, he still eats that like a pro, which I'm thankful for. I'm really warming up to the Assault Vest item, because it just lets you spam all attack moves and blanket check almost any special attacker that hasn't set up. And even if they do set up a +1 or +2, if you have a switching move like Dragon Tail, you can just force them out. Anyway, I stay on in the Donphan. I didn't expect to outspeed, mind you. But he goes for the Rapid Spin, and then he goes for the Ice Shard, oddly enough. I don't know what the thought process behind that was, but I survived that and I knock off, killing it, which is good. But obviously killing the enemy's Pokemon is good. I don't need to explain that to you. He's smarter than me, because I'm just a baby, and it's my first time living. He goes for the Moonblast, which is unfortunate, but I don't really care. It was at like 3%. It wouldn't even survive rocks. But I can get a Defog off, and then I go for Flare Blitz. Yeah, I'm really not enjoying Talonflame. When you invest into its defense, and you're just left with a slow Talonflame, it makes it feel like such a fucking chud. It's just odd to use a defensive one. It doesn't feel right, but I use a Flare Blitz again to break Sash, and since it's neutral, it actually deals a not a good amount because this is defense, not attack invested, but it deals a decent bit. And he doesn't even have Sash anyway, his White Herb. So that's fine enough. I send in Rillaboom after my Talonflame dies, but I wasn't sure if I should Terra, so I didn't. I don't like the new Terra mechanic. I know it isn't new anymore, but like the whole changing, it just opens up some bad possibilities. This is why I like national decks more, because they have a band, and I usually don't like bands. Like I was very pro sleep, but yeah, I go for the Aqua Jet, and that still doesn't kill. I should have Terra'd as well, because this is Terra Water. but apparently not. If you got one more crit, I would have been really annoyed because I would have killed it, obviously. But I get the Aquajet and I get rid of the Cluster. Metagross can't do anything to me. Or Saluna. So I switch in Samurott Hisui. I was planning on taking like a Meteor Mash. But he goes for Agility instead, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure why, but he tears into Steel. Earthquakes me. I still survive that. Cecil hit edge him because I was still expecting Psychic, and then he just heavy slams me. I do really like the two background effects, Grassy, the thing, and the Sandstorm. I like having the option to heal or chip my guys. I think it's just good mechanics to play with. But anyway, I finally kill that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not using all physical teams ever again. I'm gonna need at least one special attacker. That was stupid. Gonna use Fire Blast. Gonna use Fire Blast Talonflame instead, and we'll see how that checks out.